Hey, it's Johnny Jet, and this is my real 39 travel questions with Angela's son, who is a filmmaker, documentary, journalist, um, TV host, you name it. She's done sports, travel shows. Angela, welcome back to my show. We just did the one with the quarantine. So if you want to hear about how she had COVID-19 in Australia, one of the first people, actually the first person who tested positive in Cairns, Australia, you got to watch that video. It's going to be right here in the middle. And Angela, let's get down to these 39 travel questions. Where did
Okay.
you grow up?
I grew up in Silicon Valley in the Bay Area.
And where do you live now?
I currently live in LA
And where did you go to school?
and I went to school at UCLA.
And what did you study?
I studied sociology and communications.
And how many countries have you been to?
I think I've been to, I was thinking the last time, over 65. So I think I'm closer to 70.
Oh yeah, I'm about the same. How many continents have you been to?
I've been to Alba, Antarctica.
Okay, your first travel memory.
Oh, first travel memory must be Hawaii, which always has a soft spot in my heart. We used to always go for family vacations.
Pretty lucky. How old were you?
Um, I think gosh, I've gone a bunch of times, but I think maybe like 7 or 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your favorite American city?
Can I say
Yeah,
Honolulu?
whatever you want.
I guess a favorite American city? Yeah, I would say Honolulu since we're on the Hawaii track.
You're not the first person to say that, by the way, on this show. How about your favorite international city?
Sydney, Australia, of course.
Of course.
Right?
I could live in Sydney for
I love
sure.
This is how I describe Sydney. It's got LA weather, Hawaii style beaches, and like San Francisco city center.
It's very, very accurate.
Worlds.
How about where are the friendliest people in the world?
The friendliest people in the world.
Yep.
I would want to say, I feel like Thailand.
Good. The land of smiles.
They're always very friendly.
They are. How about which country has the meanest immigration officers?
Meanest immigration officers. I don't know. I've never had like a crazy instance with them, but maybe I would say Germany just because they don't really have a sense of humor.
You've never been to Cologne. In Cologne, they have a sense of humor for sure.
Oh, I love Cologne. Cologne
Yeah.
is great.
How about, is there any place you have no desire to go to?
N- Gosh, I should know this off the top of my head, but I think I have no desire to go to. I mean, I love every part of the world.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to have an answer.
I would love to go to all different places.
Okay. So, how about what's your favorite U.S. airport?
Favorite U.S. airport?
None. You have no favorite U.S. airport. You hate them all.
I don't know. Maybe
Yeah, again, you're not the first person to say that on this show.
I'm stumped. I'm sorry.
How about international airport?
Oh, I really like Singapore airport.
Everyone says Singapore. I do too. Changi's the best.
The whole park inside the airport.
Yeah. How about airport lounge? Do you get to go fly first class a lot?
Ooh, airport lounge. I like the one in Thailand because I've gotten stuck there. I was like living out the terminal a couple times. I've gotten stuck there on my way. I was trying to get to Burma or Myanmar, and then I was one time trying to get to Bali, and I got stuck there twice. And always remember to drink water. I always get dehydrated, and then I got sick and I got stuck.
Oh,
But
gosh.
they have a really good Star Alliance lounge there.
They do. How about favorite aircraft type? Do you care about the planes or aviation geek?
Yeah, I have yet to ride in the A380.
Well, I'm not sure it's going to happen because they're retiring them all
I know.
because of COVID.
I mean, the Dreamliner, the 787 is nice, but I do think that, I mean, I usually fly United, and I, yeah, like they have like this different class now, so it's like all the same. Business and first is all the same now. It's like Polaris.
Yeah, Polaris. Yeah.
So, I would love to try, like, oh, what is it?
Singapore, Air France, Qatar Airways.
I want to.
Yes.
I've never tried it.
Have you ever sat next to any celebrities on a plane?
I not next to, but a funny story was I was on a way to a shoot because I booked a movie. This is ages ago, a film, and we were shooting in Puerto Rico, but it was supposed to be Hawaii. And Chris Hemsworth, which he wasn't Chris Hemsworth at the time, was sitting close to me because we were all part of the same crew, cast and crew. And so, like, I noticed him in the same, little area, on the plane, and we get off the plane, and they have a sign saying, a perfect getaway cast or whatever. So we walk up there and we're like, oh, hey, what's your name? And he's like, oh, are you my wife? I was like, no, but I could be. Like, in my head, I was like, what do I say here? Because he was like, oh, are you the character, who plays my wife? Because he's one of the leads. And I was like, I had like a bit part in the movie, but my scene got cut, I think. So
no.
but it was called The Perfect Getaway, about the Kalalau Trail. And this is Chris Hemsworth before he was famous. So we were on the same plane, and we were going to the same, shoot and everything.
Nice. So what's your drink of choice when you're flying or on the ground?
Oh, drink of choice. Well, obviously, if I'm flying over to Hawaii, I will always try to get a Mai Tai.
Good one.
Or Aperol Spritz on the ground.
And how about favorite restaurant in the world?
Oh, favorite restaurant in the world. That's a tough one.
How about in LA?
In LA, I loved Providence.
I don't even know where that is.
Fancy. It's fancy. I've only gone there once for a birthday, for a birthday, my birthday. But it's a Michelin rated one. And
What's it called?
Providence. Actually, I believe Kato is the other one.
Okay.
That's a Taiwanese or Asian fusion one, but Providence is one of those like molecular gastronomy, like fancy pantsy, but cool for like a special occasion. It's on Melrose.
Okay. I haven't been there, never even heard of it, and I'm usually not eating real fancy food.
I will send you the info.
And actually, I actually have not eaten out in the last 2 months because of COVID.
You haven't?
No, you?
I have, but that's also because I kind of, having antibodies doesn't make me feel like, oh, I'm super immune or anything, but I do have less anxiety about things because I'm like, I've had it, so I don't think I'm immune because I just don't, but I feel like it's given me more relief knowing that I've already had COVID.
Well, I think we're gonna get a pizza tonight. It's gonna be the first time in 2 months we're gonna go out or order takeout, and we're gonna get Slice and Pint in El Segundo, which is the best pizza around.
I have not tried that yet, but I need to. I love it.
They're really good. That pizza is amazing.
I love that little downtown.
Yeah, me too. What's the craziest thing you've ever eaten?
Probably a chicken stuffed water bug.
A chicken stuffed water bug.
Chicken stuffed water bug, yeah. It's like a giant ass cockroach. Like, it's like.
They really had chicken stuffed in it?
They stuffed like minced chicken in it. And
Which country?
I had it here. I had it here in, like, it was at that place in Santa Monica Airport.
Oh yes, I've eaten cockroaches there.
Yes, and it was right underneath. It used to be the Hump, but that got shut down. But
is it still there? Is that restaurant still there?
No, because I think they're a part of each other.
Okay, I haven't been there in 15, 20 years.
I know. I did it actually for an MTV shoot, and we did a whole trying different cuisines around the world. But
actually, it wasn't cockroaches. It was crickets that I ate. My brother ordered them, and I was like, I'm not eating them. He's like, just try it. I was like, all right, tastes like chicken.
Protein.
Yeah, a lot of protein. How about your favorite hotel in the world?
Favorite hotel? Oh man, probably any hotel in Bora Bora, but probably the Sofitel.
Choices. I've been there.
It's amazing. Oh my gosh, it's so amazing. The little private island area. So I was there again for work. I mean, I've been so thankful and grateful that I've been able to do a lot of these things because of work. And I've
A
been,
movie or
this was actually shooting for the Iron Mana Liquid Festival, and I was like it was like a sports festival of all different types of, surf ski and paddleboard and swim. And so I was asked to go and do some reporting on the sidelines and capture, the moment and stuff for this festival in Tahiti. I was like, yes, sign me up, please.
living large?
Applied for that, and then I went back to Tahiti again on holiday.
Well, my next question is, what's your favorite island in the world?
I would say I did love Aitutaki in Cook Islands.
I've been there. Amazing.
I do think favorite island, this sounds cliche, but Bora Bora is still a little slice of heaven on earth.
Yeah. It's tough to beat Bora Bora. I think it's the most beautiful place on earth. The water is amazing. It's just crazy expensive.
It's crazy expensive. Exuma is good as well. It's beautiful as well. It's just in the Bahamas. But I do feel like there's more activities in Bora Bora. Actually, can I do a Thai one?
Of course.
So Palau is also one of my favorites. It's like underwater Disneyland. So for that specific reason, I love.
Yeah, you're a big scuba diver.
Yes, it is like every type of scuba diving, cave diving, channels and blue holes and drop-offs. It's amazing. The wildlife there is like bar none. It is better than the Great Barrier Reef.
Okay, well, actually, that's a good question. I should start asking people, where's the best dive spot in the world? So, Palau. There we go. How about your favorite beach?
Oh, favorite beach is a toss-up. Again, I haven't gone back in a long time, but Vanuatu, there's this beautiful beach. I think it's off of Espiritu Santo. It was amazing when I went. I think it's now more touristy because they've have cruise ships and stuff. I also went a long time.
And they had Survivor film there.
They did. But I do think favorite beach, gosh, there's so many. I mean, you could say anywhere in the Whitsundays. You could say, there's so many different. I think the white sand, anything white sand beach. Or
Whitehaven and the Whitsundays is my favorite. I mean, the sand just squeaks. It's amazing.
Yes, I was just at Fraser Island during this trip.
That's another amazing place.
A freshwater lake.
How about what's your favorite travel TV show, and favorite travel book? All three.
Oh my goodness. I like Badlands from Tony Wheeler. I also like Confessions of an Economic Hitman for books. That's John Perkins. I like, what was the one? It was books, and then it was
TV shows, movies.
TV shows. Well, Bourdain, obviously. And I got to give a shout out to my girl Kinga Phillips and her travel shows. She's done Lost in the Wild. She's done Travel Channel shows.
I got to get her on the show.
And I do like the food ones too. The food travel shows.
Yeah, how about the movies?
Movies? Is it cheesy if I say like The Holiday?
Actually, my wife would probably say that she loves The Holiday.
Like switch places, like to switch the Airbnb.
Yeah, she loves it. Actually, it's my buddy's company they used in the movie, and he lives in Hermosa.
Oh my gosh, that's too funny.
It's a home exchange, so.
Yes, the home exchange program. I was like, I want to do that.
Yeah, awesome.
I'm trying to think of other travel. Oh, and of course, Love Actually. Now I'm going with the Christmas theme, but
you are.
How everybody's intertwined while they travel together, and the airport scene is my favorite.
Mine too.
All the airport scenes in the beginning and the end.
Listen, I cried when I saw that airport scene.
Oh.
So I'm not ashamed to say it. All right, just a few more questions. Worst travel moment.
Oh gosh, I've had a lot of worst travel moments. um, let's see. If I could put it in a nutshell, probably the many times that I have gotten sick by myself and dehydrated, and one of which, so basically, I was traveling through to try to get to the different Asian countries, and you can't go full on to Bali. You have to stop over from LA, and you can't go to Myanmar either unless you stop through. And so I always stop through Narita and in Japan. And I got sick on the way because I have a tendency to like wait till the last minute to pack. I don't know why. I also have a tendency to be like, make it just in time for your flight to check in. I'm one of those weird people that like the thrill of like the procrastination thrill, which is totally dumb and stupid, but it's a thing. It's like this excitement that you get, like, I just made it. I'm like 60 minutes right before an international flight or whatever it is. And so I always try to do carry on only too. So I'm like rushing through the airport with all my stuff. Um, and when I tend to pack late, and then I didn't drink enough water, and I got on the plane, and this happened literally 2 years in a row at the same. Oh dear, I'm sorry. I don't know why.
That's all right.
This is so embarrassing. Can you edit this part?
I can't. I cannot edit it, so it's okay. Just they stopped.
Home quarantine.
Hopefully you don't have an. Hopefully you don't have an old-fashioned answer machine, and we're gonna hear like some crazy message.
That was my door. So I am in Narita Airport. I get off the plane. I'm feeling kind of like, oh, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'll just like sit at the lounge and like drink some water or whatever. And then I get sick, and then they wheel me out in a wheelchair down to like the clinic. And I kid you not, 2 years in a row on the same day too. Like it was, I think it was December 23rd. I see the same doctor who looks like a mad scientist with his crazy hair. And he's like, oh, you're just dehydrated. You just need to drink water. This is the first time I didn't know what was going on. I was meeting friends. So I was traveling by myself and just kind of like being alone by yourself, like trying to figure out what's going on and just feeling gross, right? Is a horrible feeling. I'm like, please just give me a giant bottle of water and I will sit on the plane and I just need to sleep it off. It's just dehydration. I just need to sleep it off. And they let me go through, and I was able to meet my friends and go on the trip. But second time around, I get down there. I was like, oh, I just saw you last year. No, look it up. And like, look, I have a photo with you right here. And he's like, no way, like in his Japanese mad scientist garb. And then they're like, no, we can't let you on the plane because you're not feeling well. Because I threw up both times. So basically I landed, threw up at the lounge, and then had gone through this whole thing. And they're like, you have to stay overnight. So then I'm staying overnight at this, airport hotel thing. And
you have to pay for that, I assume?
Yeah. I had to like rejigger all my flight plans and whatever. But that happened, and those were some pretty bad moments where I was like, what am I doing? I need to just go home. And my mom's like, you should just go home. And it was around Christmas time. I was like, no, I need to make it. I need to make it. Like, this is my like one time where I have like my, like less than 2 weeks off a year where I can use up my PTO.
Oh my God. So note to self, drink a lot of water on the plane.
Yes, and refrain from drinking too much wine.
Yes, I don't drink alcohol anyway, and I definitely wouldn't do it on a plane. All right, just a few more questions. What's the most embarrassing travel moment you ever had?
Probably was in Angkor Wat and in Cambodia, and I really needed to go to the bathroom, and there was no place to go, and we had hired a person, like private person, take us
tour guide, yeah.
Tour guide guy in the little tuk-tuk thing. And then so he was like off in the corner, and I was with my travel partner, and then I was like, shoot, I'm really gonna go. So we were by the Laura Croft looking thing in April.
Yeah, we've been
like, this is like a sacred ground. What do I do? So I just kind of pop a squat somewhere behind a rock that I think is like, covered or whatever. And then all of a sudden this like whole school, it's like this like class of, little school kids, like Cambodian school kids or whoever they were, came through. And like, I'm just sitting there like like deer in headlights, like, just like,
oh my gosh.
Oh my God, I'm on like a sacred ground taking,
You're like you didn't get arrested.
I was like, yeah, it was really bad. And yeah, that was probably one of the
Well,
most.
you win the award for the most outrageous, embarrassing moment for sure. Um, how about what's your dream destination?
Oh, dream destination. You know, I haven't been to South Africa yet, so that's on my bucket list, as well as Antarctica.
Okay. And my last question,
Wait, dream is like you didn't go yet, or is
either
it
way,
you've already?
yeah,
Because Tahiti is always
a
amazing.
dream. It's always a dream.
Yes, Jinx.
How about my last question? What's your best travel tip?
Best travel tip is always go carry on only. You can do it. You really don't need that many sandals and shoes, and just make sure you pack accordingly, and always use travel cubes. Love those things.
100% on that right there. Ladies and gentlemen, Angela, son, thank you so much. And again, how can people find you?
Thank you. They can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Sunny Angela. My travel blog is chasingasun.com. And I'm also on Instagram with Chasing a Sun. And yeah, it's mostly my travel misadventures and things I find interesting.
And you have plenty of those, it sounds like. So I'll create a blog post. People, please sign up to my newsletter, sign up to this channel, this podcast. And again, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you so much, Johnny.
See you later.